Just reinforce and to make sure that you cultivate proper motivation. So as much as possible, so we need to habituate, our mind with the thought of benefiting others, or of good heart, showing good heart towards others, and at the same time trying to prevent or any like a harmful, any ill thought towards others. So this really this is the key of the practice of when we talk practice of the adopting the right thing and to rejecting or to the abandoning the things. So this is the key of that practice. So is cultivating the this beneficial attitude, mental attitude towards other, while overcoming any ill or harmful thought towards others.
Maybe some me ba chen, so Yabo, then in Jungon Chat in Chevare. Yes, I got the Ponte Kai Cogan, the other Madebu, second owner, tell the other David said, the Baton, the Shamba Dele. Yabadega, Dumas and Nani, tell them, Madame, they just keep a chill and Dumas tie. Alas, me by shit. Ah, little get a part on the day, but I said, say somebody did, James over. The Kogan, and Jelan say somebody got told the Sandup, don't tell the need on your land, she wasn't about us on didn't know Monday. There, yeah, Jala Soma, yeah.
So this meditation of giving and taking, which we have just performed, so it is really about this familiarizing ourselves with this thought of giving and taking. So so in this meditation, so we observe, we think of all the other sentient beings as how and from the perspective of how they are deprived of or they are lacking happiness, and so by reflecting on that, there's a lack of happiness of all sentient beings, and then you engage, you meditate on giving, that is the giving the happiness that they are lacking. And likewise, then focusing on all other sentient beings of how they are caught and inflicted with the sufferings, or how they are possessing all sort of various sufferings. So focusing in that, and then we do this, meditate on taking up on, so that is then taking up on those the suffering upon oneself. So of course in this meditation, so we are just mentally imagining these, and through this we are mentally the familiarizing or habituating, our thought, our concern for their well-being. So that we can they actually be able to then slowly be able to really to genuine this thought of genuinely wanting them happiness or be free from sufferings. So these are the thoughts that we are just talking about before in terms of cultivating this mental attitude of benefiting others or of preventing harm towards others.
세든 룸 아게는 아이세 세든 룸가 있는 노게다 서서 로바 세들 응이다바 마코로 로바 세들 리닌데 아지 얘네 저러 거라 마코로 로바 세들 리닌데 세들 마코로 가 대원데 세대원 가 대원면 되스 라 용도아 돌선도 그래.
So I usually say that there's one thing which always accompany us, always with us is really our mind, and then we also of course at the same time. So we also our body also also accompany with. Always accompany with us. So if we think of these two, our mind and the body as something that which are like our friend, almost like an inseparable friend, and so therefore I normally frequently say that how if we have or I do say that how when we say that I'm happy or I'm unhappy. So when we make that kind of statement, so it's to if we investigate, then it is really much related to our state of our mind. How we make the statement when our mind, primarily our mind is unhappy, mind is disturbed, then and that. Prompt us to say that I'm unhappy. No.
That's on that. Then that wrong leader said that so longer and wrong said there was wrong lead there was so many and that is so longer than the terror.
And then I also make the statement that then each individual has the responsibility for the well-being of his or her own mind and the body. No.
Huh?
No. Lengelus.
What?
Luda sem this so gain yours.
Huh?
Luda sem that you are gain rather deva young gain so yours.
What?
Luda sem you are deva young gain so.
Ling.
No.
Body happy.
Mind
happy. That's your casa. Charo in the tenda
the gain so gain or something.
Just get there.
All this is
Gang and the get my show at it.
No. So
you
have
the young son to go. The guy was saying, son of Tona, Yamatel condition. God, let there was the Cabani. She tajel ten you got. Tajel the leg and take to new God. Little set them, imagine she tajeti, little never more out the change. Some jet over. Lay there the Cabani. Leg a taje, they'll tajeting little and table. Little chatting on young data, so little chatters of 야보 땡에네 릴 최대한 릴 대원이와 배운데와 다새 대원도 가반이와 새 대원도 가반이와 새 대원 새 주머니와 새 야보진 새 누모요 이단에 새 정보도 다 개세래 새 야보도 새 정보는 다 새 야보도 저러 새 세된데나 새 대원 되나 다새 정보를 건지셔 봐. 새 야보를 건지셔 봐. 새 정보는 로지도 다새 야보 준 로지다 개좀 드는 내용이다. 된 너희들 신아요. 야보면데 시거야 되는 제거야 말이야. 일단 얘네들한테 다 something to yeah.
So it's important to cultivate this strong, a sense of responsibility of one's own, well-being of one's own mind and the body, and this is because why we should have this responsibility is because we all desire for the good health or the good the happiness of on the level of our mind and as well on the physical level. So therefore, with the we need to with this sense of responsibilities, then we need to if we of course we need to consider now the what are the condition or the factor which brings about the good health or the happiness on the physical level, for instance. So if we when we think about that, consider that, then of course it is very very clear, and that in the sense on the physical health or the health of body. So it's very much primarily depends on the suitable favorable external conditions, such as the good hygiene of one's body and so forth. So therefore we can understand, we can clearly recognize that there are certain external things which are not which are destructive, which are harmful to our physical health, and so therefore if we take those, then we would know that it will damage our health and our physical well-beings, and so likewise if we now consider the mental health, the bringing about to achieve the happiness on the mental level, then again, as we check, then what we'll find is then we need to the main cause is to cultivate a positive mental attitudes, such as like a virtuous kind of state of mind, and so therefore to trying to understanding that how recognizing that if we the mind that which we accompanied with us, so if it is something virtuous and something positive, and then this will naturally ensures some sort of peace and happiness on the mental levels, and so therefore our responsibility is to as much as possible to familiarize ourselves with that the positive state of mind. So therefore, of course, at least on the theoretical level, so we could have, of course, it is important to be very clear about what brings what is good for our well-being, for whether it's the physical or the mental, and what is something harmful to our physical and mental well-beings. So we have a clear understanding of that, and then of course at the end, of course it is not enough simply knowing that, but we have to do the right things to to bring this to have a have a improve in our physical and mental health.
Wrong roll never shiba, washing, wrong roll never shiba, cotton, yen never shiba, 10 to 10 in coon over it. Some to the Ra? Ta, wrong roll never the condition, the mother tado. Son to one wrong roll never she can do. Leg, market wrong roll never she can do, but room, my roll never she can do the matter. Lega younger than Rolla never she can do, but the mother touches the chena. Yabupe, yade. Son of torture young one, Mother Yella Madia, Shebo, young dua. That roll net. Yede leg, Yamade leg, Yede no dong dua. That Yede no so either, that call Yamadia, Lega, that couldn't want Roger Yachi, my Kaka, you are my son of Tennisona, wrong is son of wrong seller, Madia, Rolla Negua. They're wrong is son to Cheso. They're wrong rolla ness. That's on the Tizugar. They're not the Magena, Matsubo money, Margaret, Ye Gaba Yabada, said George and what's what the town song. Ye never the George and Rod, so never do. That take a noje, ling noja Tony. Oh, never a carry in and ye maga, Mobuchi, Chenoda, my son, ye rolla maga, Mobuchano, Ligi Sheloton, maga, Mobuchano. Seno Tosha Jongonichi, ye rolla maga, Mobuchano. Is that sono tenitona, Yapondua, Gene. Sono Tisonata, there, that's on Teto.
So instead of always focusing on the various circumstances or various factors that brings that harms one's life, always focusing on the externally. So it is also it is also important to focus, direct the focus upon oneself. That how, in a way, that how one one become a cause of harm, or in another word, do a lot of self harm upon oneself. So if really not only that, if we think about it, then it is not that much in our control, or in a sense that is very difficult if we have to prevent or the what other people will do to us, or such as even causing harm to come to us. So, but also if you think about, in fact, the more than the harm that we receive from others, we are causing harm upon ourselves. Such as we are harming ourselves by our speech, by our body, and by also our own mind. So, see, how if we look at our the speech, if we do not control our speech, then how, if we, for example, if we speak, harshly, then this, as a result of that, then it can damage, one's relationship with others. Even can, it can result in even those who are, who are close to one to become distant from ones. Those who love ones, but can become begin to hate one. And so like this, if we can also see how if we are not responsible of our own even physical, bodily actions, bodily movement, in terms of our bodily gesture or that we show to others, or the manner that we show to others, how these are also important for oneself, and if one wants to maintain a harmonious and good relation with the outside world. And then of course, if you look at our mind, then how if the it is because of the lack of control of our own mind, or our own way of thinking, not the controlling or not the controlling our way of thinking, then how sudden way of thinking then can result in some sort of a disturbance or unhappiness within one's mind, and then how as a result, as an effect of how when one is mentally disturbed, then how then it is become almost impossible then for one to prevent such a like a very destructive emotion such as like hatred. Then because of as an effect of the unhappy and a very disturbed state of mind, then all these the destructive emotions which such as hatred, then we cannot prevent. And then as a result of that, then is the how much then it will harm even one's own life. So therefore it's important to direct, or in a sense there's a lot of to great extent, so we can bring about happiness and to diminish the suffering of life, by working on or more developing more self-discipline, self-control.
Yela never de rola never ngoshisuna ne yel never shiba za se togruwa ze togruwa kwa togruwa yela pen rola pen ba shin shiba ngoshina yela po de peto togruwa pembe somba she sombi ton peto ba yungruwa ngene te son to you get son to no da iza dreba son no tene 파제 손도 되는 게 생바 좀버를 내용인데 예라 내지 뭔데 예라 내게 롤라 내는데 론내바 뭔데 배지 론내 될래가 론내바 뭔데 예 내바 뭔데 바다 뒤치 들어는 내용 되는 로들 건지서 로들 쳐봐야 보시지 요거래 내는 손보나 쉬보지 요거래 예라 내나 롤라 내는데 ro never made never mashi ass. Then no yet never seen never made by judgment the ass of the Lord Trumbo, Lord Shin Jumbo, Pa Pebbles on Gachi. She was the bara the younger the ass on to shoot you. So was on to Thunder and them and some days.
So it makes a great difference, how if we understand that in fact if causing harm to other being is also equals to causing harm to oneself, and likewise if you benefiting others is also equal to benefiting oneself. And So there is, when we understand this, that how our action that we do, if or that which is if it's something harmful, then it's not just harmful towards others, but actually it's harmful towards ourselves. So when we recognize this, it kind of makes a bit more sense, make it more reality for oneself than to do something to prevent harm to others, because that is even something it's also harmful to oneself. And likewise to understand, when we understand that if we're doing any act of benefiting others, so it's not just benefiting others, but there's also some advantages. It's also there's a benefit for oneself. Then somehow this way of thinking then is more. It helps us to motivate more to engage in the act of benefiting others. So in this way, if we there is it is possible. Sometimes when we think of this, cultivating this beneficial or attitudes towards other, or good heart towards other, sometimes we might see that is something very difficult one. However, if we understand this from the perspective of one's own, benefit, then it can make more sense. Then at the same time, we can also do the same how from the perspective of the other beings. How just as you do not want any harm, but only want something beneficial. So they, the other beings too also want only the benefit. So, but not the harm. So when we think like that, again, why are we thinking like that? So because it becomes very that way of thinking it seems very like a fair way of thinking, in a sense, very honest way of thinking, and this kind of what we call as the mental way, attitude that we cultivate. So it's very positive, very wholesome, and very fair, and then we can also, in terms of our own experience, when we develop this, we will find it enhances more, the sense of like peace and happiness within oneself.
Matrayo lai sendenge nyole ape gele rongi jetida tetala nebali dopi onse komba shepa ni sanjaje nyole nyoseleba nyole yin yete ta shenju rongde ngene se lepe sengdu ala matonga ayenya rongi jetida senje tetala senjeta nebali dopi gele onse na mo se chen na gomba she ba ni sen san ji nyo le re se den de gomba zo go re se ni san le pa shi zo yong go re sa ta ti shen ji lu yan de de sa ya de then the day chorus ma je de ya pon de san le nyo le ni che go de.
Okay, so we continue with the teaching. So in previous week, so we left at this sentence which says, hence, whether all living beings in the external world are freed or not freed from harms makes no difference. Makes no difference in this context. So the practice of ethical discipline is just the habituation within your own mind to the attitude of abstention which turns away from harm to these beings. So, as it very clearly defined here about what's the meaning of this practice of moral discipline or the moral ethics. So, which is, as it says here, primarily it is to do with is just the habituation within your own mind to the attitude of abstention, which turns away from harm to these beings. So when we talk about the becoming or achieving the perfection of moralities or moral ethics, then we are talking about then the perfecting our own this moral sense of restraint to through perfecting that, and how we do that is through the habituating ourselves with this the sense this moral sense of restraints within our mind.
Seba manjebiga chene shu zhe niga mares zhe niga mare kar zene ponyi se ne se de majeba la soba ga somba che de tene somba de ponyi ga senje se de tene komba zoba toba la tene tene tsare pasha zoba tene soje ga su ga re shimba she sta de su de tene ke no sa so.
And then the continue with this. Engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds says, where can beings such as fish be sent where they will not be killed? So it is said that by attaining an attitude of abstentions, so you perfect ethical disciplines. So again, this summarize the meaning of what was said before relating to the how we become a perfect ourselves in this moral ethics. So which is not so much to do with the actually overcoming all the harms in the external world. So that's such as it says here, which in a way it's impossible, such as if we take up certain like a fish or any certain animals. So if we have to we cannot prevent the any harm from like even from killing those animals. We cannot find any place where they cannot be killed. So therefore the meaning of the perfection of moral ethics is so more to do with this attaining an attitude of abstentions. Yes.
Retati akosha tsende never suas shirola never yema machete rongi said that nevision chi don't te condition gare koji sele ndia da tsendela sade ye me jong the to don't bit tsende ye one shin shin ponyi seba la so ponyi seba se don't bit zhe ge chi de tsende seje tsende la bo se go ya mare de tsin ta man le te ha kon ja. 건설이 되지 강아시에 살이야.
So the then so in that so in a sense that the moral so ethics the developing in the moral the discipline, so is more to overcoming these the harmful thought for instance, and then to familiarizing one's own mind with such the thought of like abstention from or restraint from the such engaging in harmful acts. So that is a way to develop. So the meaning of developing moral ethics is so more related to one's own these thoughts of restraints. And then they continue here. Although ethical discipline does not indeed have does indeed have three divisions: the ethical discipline of restraint, the ethical discipline of gathering virtues, and these are things included. The ethical discipline of acting for the welfare of being. So it is explained in this context as the attitude of abstention in terms of the ethical discipline of restraint. So this is to indicate that of the three types of the ethical discipline. So the ethical discipline of gathering virtue and of acting for the well-being of livings. So they are, as a nature, they are not called as a sense of restraints, discipline of restraints.
That one that they colon nothing the lotage techena, Magge once in the Java rest, some tetuas, Jayelas. When on the shin and not Magge, the one is Limaki, Langer, Roger, the one day test, I could take it. They was saying the other some thunder, don't then my shame, the Sujicaji, not the Lelochen, then. Non doden Sarasua, Legion so chapa. Majeba leva, lawyer pointe, lingua ter, but not didi, rabbi, rapping on China, like one gun, the Tama, system, Majaja, the Puaputum coaches, what the coaches Sarasa. That is the color of Nasan, Lotas of Colo Chesona, Magachapon, that's Rose and Magachapon, in a Java. Tsering going on the channel, did them, Sergio with it, that's on Tetuya.
Then let's continue here. So, moreover, so in terms that include motivation, it is then 10 abstentions. 10 abstentions that eliminates the 10 non-virtuous. So in here, this the 10 refraining from 10 non-virtuous actions. So they are considered in generally considered as the morality of restraint. In morality as a sense of restraint. So and when we look in these 10 non-virtuous actions, then the as is referring to this when it says, moreover, in terms that include motivation. So motivations referring to the mainly of the 10 non-virtuous actions, the three of the mental non-virtuous actions. These are the motivations, and that include which are the other servants, the three of the non-virtuous action of the body, such as the act of killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct, and then the 4 of the non-virtuous actions of speech include the lying and the slandering and the harsh speech and the idling gossips. So these are the by nature of these the non-virtuous actions, and then the three of the mind of the non-virtuous, so they are the motivations for that. So together the 10 makes the roughly makes the main reference of the morality in the sense of restraint.
다 서로 가르쳐 가지고 대지 방에서는 아본데 서로세 내세 본이 세례다 수이 세세 내세 본하러 생각도 내세다 리정권이 다 되네래 응한관이 되네래 대걸로다 예전에 당연에 서로스는 내 수고 대 오늘 먼저 봐자 수도 더세 변하지 내배 쇼스 로를 시도 받을 수 있어요. 동은 내비쇼도 봐 마도마들 더세 수세도 아 나시면서 너다 내가 철어서 다 몽시에들 다수도 너 제봐야 다다수가 대세 다제 아 로제 아 내는 예대세나 뭐이 온데잖아 당연히 뭐이 온데잖아 먹야 너 본이 링아기 렌제 로제나 뭐다이 대세 다 리동하기 레자 다다 대지라 마고니다 레저고니 게일레도 먹게레 다데 준데리 다다 대패나 윤네네 대라 녀모바 돈도 말레비 셔동사 응에네 먹게 접고 서로 야본 녀모 돈도 내고 말했어 서로 넘어 잡아 응에네 녀모 돈도 말레비 셔동 대바무지 셔르서 다 녀모 돈도 말해야 대반 주자야 말해 대비자다 녀모로 봐 녀모 돈을 내가랬더니 달라진 디발레 이거죠. 근저 돈을 내가래 대도 디발레거든요. 이제 되네. 녀모 돈을 말레비 셔도 디바 먼저위 설 설라 이 잡이게 매 세이되네. 셰이 서완이지 설 서완이지 설어서 내제 열라 니저 돈반 다게 이제 temba shawani yimbi shir la chandrasa shilase shawani tikete mashi ta de res son to de ta pena chi she gere 대요 뭐 대전 천이见너 대요 뭐 대전 천이 제를 제는데 내때 제보 쓰는데와 저를 팬 너네래서 다 대요서 야 말 대요 뭐 대전 천이 见너 보통 거치지다 뭐 대제 니 리저권에서 왕게 제대 뽐비거다 저를 코레 생겨 일라 세와통 일라 대아땡게 되네 대서들에 정도와 아 대이 고아지 대제
Okay, so then and in terms of what it really is, it is 7 abstentions, so which are the nature of the action of body and speech that abstains from the 7 non-virtuous. So when we talk of the moralities, so as we just said before, so it's referring to this sense of abstention or the restraint, and so therefore the in terms of the practice of morality, so the once the one have to make effort to trying to if one's mind is heading towards the direction of causing harm to other beings, or something harmful actions. So and then to trying to, what does the sense of this restraint means? Then to restraining mind from going to that direction of harmful acts, and so that's the main. So when we talk of the harmful act, so here which are talking about the mainly which comes through this 7 non-virtuous actions, and then the Chandrakirti's text says, Chandrakirti's explanation of the middle way commentary says, it is called ethical discipline because it does not acquiesce in the afflictions, because it allows no sins to arise. So therefore, with the practice of this moral disciplines, then it is, as he's saying here, then our the mind is prevented from mental, from being influenced by these mental afflictions, such as like in the sense like such as like a harmful thought, and so therefore, when our mind, when the mental afflictions are prevented, and then it says then there won't be any, we won't do any sinful action or any negative actions. On the other hand, how if we if we are under the influence of like such a mental affliction, such as anger, then we it is difficult to then to prevent such a like a harmful or harmful actions or negative actions. So because it allows no sin to arise. So because it is coolness, since it quells the fire of regret. So the usage of the term coolness and so forth, that has which has the reference to the Sanskrit terms for the for the morality, moral ethic, which is shila. So it has that, connotes that the meaning, and then the fire of regret, quells the fire of regret, or because it is that upon which the excellent relies, since it is the cause of happiness. So moreover, it is characterized by 7 abstentions.
다 로테 로쇼도 요다베 다 대서거스네 걸로 셰바레 얘네 마차비 끊으로는 얘네 용은데 와다 제 용은데 와 되네 셰도메 끊으로는 가도서 다 서르스가 용은데 와 요다베 다 끊으로 대서다 끊으로 와예데 대자 걸 잘래 끊네 뽕아 셰바도 집이 다리 집이 선저제 온데 현은 렌절로 저 nomba she to sa de je the len je lo se na shin de se le je lo se le se ma de the le yi lo yi na shin ne me ba de sa da len je lo yi le ma shi ta de shi me je ne ba de da se dan de ya bu xin ya de de ta ma de de me de.
And then continues. Okay. So these are motivated by 3 qualities: the non-attachment, non-hostility, and correct view. So these 3 are really the opposite to the 3 of the non-virtues of the mind, and then therefore the ethical discipline is explained as the 10 parts of actions in terms that include motivation.
세신이다 선전열에 셔봐자 셔봐 러버티 가르 세제 통제는 조비 수제제 제는 선전제 제도 dembashi Daba Kello, Yembi, the Gilas, that Kello,
and then to continue the reading, how to begin the cultivation of ethical disciplines. So as a person who generates the spirit of enlightenment and then promises to train in the Bodhisattva states, so you have promised to endow all living beings with the ornament of the ethical disciplines of the perfect Buddhas. Therefore you must accomplish the aims of all beings.
Gilas. Not in the Gila, Yanda, Runga, Sandra, Yoso, Tapi, Toshi, Gete, Runga, Sandra, Mataba, Yona, and the other, Yendo, Tungi, Jeja, Teta, Jo, Rode, Madibisaro, they have Candela, India. Tende Senja Toya, Sujela, Yete, Jet, Damba, Daba, Shabala, Tambo, Ronet, and it's a Taba, Gogretic, saying the time, Mandate.
Then the text continues. So therefore, so which is a reference to the what was said before. That is the purpose of a bodhisattva's cultivating this the bodhicitta mind is to establish all sentient being into the perfect, like ethical, the discipline, like the ornaments of the ethical disciplines. So therefore, so you must establish the aims of all beings. So in this regard, so you must first develop the strength of strength of your own pure ethical disciplines. For if your own ethical discipline is impure and degenerates, you will fall to a miserable rebirth and will therefore not even achieve your own welfare. So never mind the welfare of others.
Ra mage chebo tsre yabu se ngano ngeno dog mdiwa te taba tin su ya de ra ngendo mando na tene dendo shena tene je je da ne ro de da ngendo che je a ro de ye de fa ju ta ju se rong te de ne ma he ta je ngene ro isa ta de nga da ngo chi xian na tendo na xie su no tendo de ngene na shimi te se da da cha da sto ji la so ba ne ko da cha ba de nga se che da ne ji ngo ma pyo ba de nga se ge ne sen da de ro ta so de so de man de bi sha ra ta de je je te la zhen bian ne chen zhen la che da jie zhi xia wa la sha ba ma ja wa Sudola, Shada, Gites, Apache Devalite, Gizetti, Shina, Tene, De Gizetti, Shana, Gengetella, Zebena, Gentella, Zebena, Centrala, Jetty Shawala, Heba Majava, Sudola, Shada, Gites, that is that, Colomada.
So then continues. So you need to sharply focus on safeguarding it and restraining your behaviors. So do not be lax. So so basically, so we're saying here how if you cannot achieve or fulfill your own purpose, then there is no hope of achieving or fulfilling the purpose of other beings. So this is saying here in relation to this the importance of the practice of like this morality in terms of refraining from these 10 non-virtuous actions. So which is saying that that if one by the practicing that moralities, then one can prevent the taking rebirth in a bad lower rebirth, and so therefore, it's saying what is implication is that if one do not prevent that, if one do not practice such a moralities, of refraining from 10 non-virtue action, then obviously one will then take birth in a bad rebirth, such as like a rebirth of an animals. And then how, if you are in a state of animal, then if you imagine, is there any room for one to benefit others? But of course not. But you'll be just only worrying about, only concerning about just meeting your immediate needs, and also overcoming your immediate problems, such as your hungers, the overcoming your hunger and thirst, and so forth. So that is all you could you could think about, you can worry about. So therefore, the emphasizes this the importance of that. Yes.
다 파지리 다 다다시야 노에 파지되어 사롱 되어 되도 로비 소제 선저진의 제대마 로 통제 데데 공전비 롱기 선저 통마제的요새 용 선저 다비特到主些神了到主些阶等神了선저년 미로데 제다 문에나 제대 살아 태야 갈라 갈리옹 대세 제대 레바체다 세바에 안들레 레도 레바 리바모스다 다데시아체 다베 고타가로라사 친레 방로사 소한테.
And then continue with the quote from the compendium of the perfection states. So those who strive to endow all beings with the ornament of the perfect Buddha's ethical disciplines. So initially purify their own ethical disciplines. So with pure ethical discipline, they develop powerful strength. And also, if you cannot achieve your own welfares with faulty ethical disciplines, so where will you get strength for the welfare of others? So therefore, those who strive for others' welfare do not relax their devotion to this. So this is all relates to what was the explained before. Yes. So moreover, such pure ethical discipline is based on the practice just as prescribed of what to adopt and what to cast aside. So this, moreover, depends on a strong and stable attitude of wanting to safeguard your ethical disciplines. So consequently, develop a desire to safeguard your ethical discipline by meditating for a long time on the grave consequences of not safeguarding it and the benefits of safeguarding it.
Tene nyeme jesin jene kana mato ba chungo la yo bepi jedala bomba te sandra jeda mata sho ya ra shi mage jene nyeme no nga she samba tar jeda jena so more, so more, that I name it, I pay change. That's the Tsering name it, pay something, so you are good, that I paid.
So, then just to read. So, with respect to the first, the grave consequences of not safeguarding your ethical disciplines. So, the Compendium of Perfection says, therefore, see the unbearable fright and eliminate even the smallest thing that should be eliminated. So, thus, once you are frightened by the grave consequences of your misdeeds, you strive to abstain from even the small one. Think as explained earlier about the grave consequences of the 10 non-virtues, the coarsest factors incompatible with ethical discipline. So here the text goes on to contemplating on the shortcomings of not practicing the moral ethics, and then also then on the other hand, the reflecting on the advantages or the benefits of practicing moral ethics.
마도 팔 하죠 기바침을 러여 방코 많고 땅용세 용은 님보 쉬우지 이제 러여 땅용 러여 바우 그러면 땅용세 하죠 용은 님보 쉬우지 이사자자 되는 파도 말 하죠 기바침을 세자 러여 많고도 방코세요 바오도 따오세다 러여 바이실이 다 되니리세 하래 하제 가제 매일 로셰도 되냐 대조 로조 하이제다 푸스톱 선제제대 진지 시시 모자체 소제 첸로 데리 뉴라 데이스 대선다 나 하제 단데레 하제 가제 매일 로셰도 대조 로조 하이 푸스톱 매일 로셰서 하이제 대조 푸스톱 선제제 선제지게네 쉬지 전에 쉬어야지 대래 뭐 사요 가가요 말해서 소제제 친노 대련주아 대이서 대리 파스라 내가 전 매일 로셰서 하이 푸스 대이 푸스 버서제 서저 쉬어야지 야차고 가가요 말해 뭐 사지야 가요 말해 제레제 소제제 칠리 대지 소제 친노다 대다 선절 쉬그래 사패지 내시도야 되고 정하지 이나 선제 야보 전에 하제 가제 매일 로셰 동사 하라가이 다다 가제 매일 로셰 동사 대조 로조 라이제다 벌써 소식 이네 선제 야보세 매일 로셰라 보고 뭐도 라이 대시 벌써 보고 뭐도 대만 보아 대 양체 가요 말에 대다 소제지 치든 저 용거래 세다 아수 선제 패드라 송 대주자
And then, so with respect to the benefit of safeguarding your ethical disciplines, so they are as explained earlier and set forth by glorious Arya Surya in his compendium of the perfections. So as to the name of the Arya Surya, it's like the renowned master. So in Tibetan Sandup, there's he was also known by different other names, like saying which has the like Mao or the Pao or Tayang. So the Mao is just got to do with, because he is very well known for his he's renowned for his great veneration to his parents. So was kind of named after that. And then also there's a Tayang, so which is he had a very melodious speech, so was kind of named after that.
Namasang, Namamasang, very easy, reject, that the end. Shirabi reject, keep a shivachi. Reject the then talk on my teachers. Coopation, Taka, Rodemus. She did that young has that young said that young that young sang on the Pella. Condola the
So this whole okay, and so then the Aryasura in his compendium of the perfections, the divine substances, the resources of humans in which to delight, and the supreme bliss and the supreme taste, which are the wonders of the deities. Does anything more marvelous come from ethical disciplines? So what even the Buddhas and the teaching arise from it. So this obviously the indicates the benefit of practicing moral ethics. So which is said that it is to results in all the as it says here the divine substance, the resources of humans. So, but then these are not such benefits are not to not to be amazed or not to be to be wonder, but for it's saying the what it's saying that because even the Buddhas, nothing to be surprised that that it has such a benefit as the moral ethics, but even the Buddhas and the teaching arise from it.
Lova Jin, they were Dumbo Sandra Gundua. Sandra Tiga, Lo Shiro Rapa, Lo Rapa Shiro Yelray, Tung and Sandra Yen, sell no tin at over. Sell the tin never latane, all da thing and Zadella, no either Chara Nijane, Rapa, Shiado, Geba said, thing as a pan the 차더니 얼라 나도 말이 받더니 시라질라바 다 한통 내용 그래 얘다 라바사전 저는 조자는 내 서를 라바다 돈바제 띵에제 라바다 신내제 시라질라바 한통서 단다스 되지 그래 되는데 다들 제가 뭐 대시 이나 예수시다 권에 대해서는 예연들라 때는 이제 권에 쳐봐다 너와도 니쟁 어제 전주 선바 전부 노도 로바 선바 저는 제위스 저와 동생 이게 하저 니제 전주 서바 되는 예바 로바 준비된 녀래된 전로래 대자에서는 되는 예세제 사배 통제 저도 봄비 예세제 또마 토바동서 야 예세제 사배다 예세제 사배 통제제 네바데 셰바 네베다 사배야라 네바데 뽕이더니 예세 또마 토바동서 예 다다 제제 전대다 하고서 선례 패트니스 소하지.
So then the benefit of the ethical discipline continue. It says, furthermore, in dependence on ethical discipline, so your mind stream progressively develop. So here if we take into account of how through the practice of the ethical discipline, how then our mind will progressively become calmer and then and develop all the qualities within the mind. So like it is said that through through practicing the moral ethics, so one will be overcome or prevent all the very outer distractions, cause of the distractions, and then since having overcome all the outer distractions, then it makes the easier for to one to by relying on the meditative like a concentration, then to be able to and then to overcome the like internal like distractions or mental agitations, which can be of course in two levels. You can speak on two levels, like in a gross level of internal mental distraction and on the subtle levels. So the gross level of mental distraction is then overcome by meditative concentrations, and whereas the subtle ones by through the wisdoms, discerning the wisdoms, and so it all depends. Even the meditative concentration and the wisdom is discriminating wisdom is all depends. Development of those depends on the moral disciplines. So. So as it continues, then your training becomes the same as that of the Mahasattva Bodhisattvas, who have a compassionate nature, and you attain the pure sublime wisdom that eliminates all the seeds of wrongdoing. Geshe Pama Sala Dechung Toje Gashi Jeje Chotong Seta Je Papa de Shamba to get Hajo Shamba She Chuta Hajo Getana Shine Zebaya Maris Central Jed Shell Kade Shananda Dinanda Genanda Hajo Zebayres. I think he's agitated. Then the text continue. So when worldly ornaments adorn the very young or very old, they make these persons seem ridiculous and are therefore ugly. So it's just making the analogies of the normal ornaments, jewelry ornaments. How if you they put there's a lot of ornament to a very too young children, then it will look ridiculous, or it makes other people wonder why this the child is wearing so much ornaments.
So much young, then they more contact.
No.
Child, child, very small, not doing. And I'm very English. Why no they? Why they? Yeah. 코로자니 저거이면 뭐무시게 된들 작으로 양가세는 되지 강가 고건데 저거 차가 있어요 연구 있어요만 내일 연구 있어요 문준이래 저러 양가에서 되고 성되게 저거 아니면 진짜 말이 네 양가세들이 오면 되지 사대 일만 참
or if you put the such a red charms of ornament to a very old person, maybe it may not also look the suits. So
단도 제 파바데는 하주 셰타 하주 게타라 따는 제보야 말레스 라 게제 바마들 마도 못이와 대시면 될래 아 선적에 제는 셰조로 게조로 바마이지라 라디 터설된 제보야래 대생교아지
So then continues, but no matter who has the ornament of ethical disciplines, so old, young, or in between, so it delights everyone, thus it is the best of ornaments. So with the ornament of this, the moral ethics, so makes no a difference, in terms of the age. So whoever is adorned with this ornament of this moral ethics, so would look beautiful.
다 저서뭐 얘는 저쇼서 저는 로용 저는 저쇼 마야마 먼저이 쇼려와 열하신다. 저제당아서 센데 저라면 면되어나 저서뭐는 얘는 얘는 좀뭐 얘는 저쇼는 로용 저쇼 마야 먼저 쇼려이 라세. 6线6子秀的6线提秀着6嘛些本着我秀的人对吧6嘛是秀盘着嘛6可是提秀的个人嘛就盘着呢他秀的人就是真的从这些从这差别呢真的就是受团结的热啊东差的所以真的了说比다 대거래 슈바는 초지만 다 도모하고 서 잡이 전는 쇼 통제라 저 동대다 선제 잡이 내도 쇼 통제 로레 저제다는 쇼래 아래 저쇼 많이만 너무 많이 6시야 저쇼
So then to continue the pleasant fragrance of ethical disciplines good name spreads in all directions hang on, just before that. Yeah, whereas other pleasant fragrance must follow the direction of the wind and are thus limited. So a lotion scented of sandalwood, which relieves the torment of heat. So the previous line is relating to the fragrance, so it's only goes to the the direction where the wind is blowing, but not to the other direction. So it's a bit discriminative in terms of the directions. So, but not this is in the case of the fragrance of the moral ethics.
다 사드 세이신 전달라 소비 내가 주반은 라주랑 가요 녀모베 사드시 저는 쇼비지 주반은 라주라요 뭔가시 톰바도 어제 라드 쇼이지 또 렘바 안다요 선전은 노저 렘바도 예라체다 포도쇼가 이제 됐어 사제다 사두세 제자 제대 저라서 내가 대시보나 용어 전에 시보도 라주랑 가고 아래서라 얘는 녀몸에 사두세 주주는 라주라 뭔가시 뭔가 탐마도 라드 슌이 또또 대만자요 Sandraji nodo demana, Jeli Podishun, Jate, Yenere, Raju Yungura, Patate, Raju Bachibare, de Sandraji nodo dema de Yungura, Sandraji nodo deba, Raju Chuchibare, Jeshawa Chuchiba Mudia, said, what did we are? Yenera, Da Charlie Soban Ryan, rather showing. So Deman Rayu, Sandraji nodo deman, Jeli Podishun, Jate. And
then continue, a lotion scented of sandalwood, which relieves the torment of heat, is prohibited for renunciates. But a lotion which protects against the torturous heat of the afflictions is not prohibited and is appropriate for them. So again, it's mega. They use an analogy of the just a normal like a sandalwood lotions, so which is not suitable, is not appropriate for a renunciate or for because it go against their precepts. So, however, lotions which the moral ethics. So would suit all, include also it would also suit the renunciate person or ordained persons. So in fact, it says someone who copies the outer appearance of being a renunciate, but who has the jewel of ethical discipline is superior to others. So he further emphasized that how even there are someone who is renunciate or who is ordained just by by a symbol, just by appearance, and however if someone who is enriched with this the ethical disciplines, and then is even is very superior. As an ordained is a great noble being. So here we can also understand that whether the greatness of someone renunciate is not depends on their outer wealth. Not doesn't mean that if someone renunciate who is very wealthy, it doesn't mean that he's a great. So rather, the greatness is lies with this the moral ethics, the greatness of moral ethics within the person.
Sandrajane chaba topi long zar chaba ye chaba ni je ngo je no do je no nyomba zhe se ka de che sai ma de ni ye shi zoma ne so je zoma pon de pon je je de ro je de de ne je xie zha ye de je ye je de chu chi xia de ra ya ko zhe gen de je ni yin wo je de这是在让的许多蒙嘎界的许把一咱的，咱这些刚刚也把强烈特用，甚至觉得点着那没人弄的，点呢就能泡泡，点呢泡泡人家去，人家他这样个行动言语就那了呢，他就说是他挺蛮点人民的了，他说他讲人们叫这上面的他。现在现在咱大家我都现在这刚个这些的人呢，这刚刚在那参加在那前吧，特别老在的叫跑的，你讲我讲弄到你把这从出个人去嘛，一些他你现在差不多就一些我也ro些人什，现在也能这边就几下子，可是觉得。也我觉得这是在让的学的门个觉得就把一家里特有甚至觉得咱的连着那没人弄个天的切把跑是的，原来甚至对吧？那是没人弄了把切把跑过来是的，他人没了他切把跑是，切跑是让人没的，切把跑吧，切把跑吧，就是他的这样意思。
So then there's a quote, the Compendium of the Perfection says, ethical discipline is the path of special attainment, achieves equality with those of compassionate nature, and has the highest nature of pure, sublime wisdoms. Free of flaws, it is called the best of ornaments. It's a pleasant fragrance throughout the three realms, and a lotion not prohibited for a renunciate. Even those who copy appropriate attire, if they have ethical disciplines, will be superior to other human beings. So this basically is the the source, scriptural source, which back up to what was already been explained before.
That's a
So have a tea. Thank you.